I was working with Jaideep and Shriya, both on OTT, especially with the genre that we were doing. I think both of them are masters of their genre. This first season was an adaptation of Press but Press never had a second season. We are getting a second chance as actors, and for me, second chance in life. So I thought that with all these second chances that I'm getting, which are not very easy to get, there was certain kind of predictability in where Amina was concerned, only because I felt like I had lived that character. Hi, this is Sonali Bendre and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
All right, an interview that all of you have been waiting for, and an interview that Sonali ji had promised us that she will give us time, and she finally has. So, Sonali Bendre, pleasure having you back with us on Bollywood Hungama.
My pleasure. I live up to my promise.
No, you do. 100%, 100% you do. And you're looking amazing.
Thank you.
So, congratulations for the great response for the broken news.
Fingers crossed.
So, I think the platform has received one of the best, I think, responses ever. Maybe I think that's what
that's what they say.
they are saying.
Yeah.
So that is fabulous.
Yes, it
the
is.
sort of reach that you can possibly get.
It's a bit overwhelming, but I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
All right. What is the best compliment that you received?
I don't know if it's a compliment actually. It was more like 90s की acting नहीं थी.
अच्छा, okay.
So I think वो मतलब backhanded compliment जिसको कहते हैं 90s की acting नहीं थी. I think would be rather than getting upset with it, I would say that चलो it was more like कि real था या जो भी था, they could identify with it. So that was believable maybe. See, for me it was a bit scary because I was working with Jaideep and Shriya, both on OTT, especially with the genre that we were doing. I think both of them are masters of their genre, and the way, that style of acting that they have and everything. They are, what would I say, more in tune with it because they've been doing it. And this was definitely not my sur. So I had to find my rhythm, I had to find my note in this, and and I didn't want it to be a false note. I didn't want it to be कहीं पे जयदीप और श्रेया का सुर अगर कहीं चल रहा है और मेरा सडनली एक बिल्कुल किसी और नोट पे नहीं चला जाए, बेसुरा नहीं लगे उनके सामने. So all that was there at the back of my mind, and that was something that I was very conscious of, I was worried about, and I was nervous about it also.
जो I think एक बात बहुत पसंद की जा रही है और वो ये है कि that क्या होता है कि हम लोग जो आपका immediate जो आपका past अभी जिस तरीके से रहा है उससे आदमी उसको वो नहीं कर सकते, उसको हटा नहीं सकते. That the way you have conducted yourself with such bravery with your health issues, that is something that people have a lot of respect for you, and they remember in the recent past. And when you're coming up with a role of a strong lady who has the compulsions of advertising, compulsions that news media has today, but still she fights for what she believes in should be news.
So she fights to find that balance.
जी, she fights to find that balance. तो वो एक real और जो आपका real life का जो आपका जो एक blend कहीं ना कहीं हो रहा है, I think that is something which is a beautiful concoction as well as of now.
So I never thought of it like that in that kind of a deep way. But I would say कि every time whenever I thought of working, and when I was reading the various scripts that kept coming to me, I was very clear about a couple of things that I wanted to do, because I do feel that I've got a second chance in life, in my career, because of OTT platforms. A lot of us actors of 90s have got a second chance of doing roles that we would have never imagined doing, or we would have thought कि हो गया career अभी खत्म हो गया. Just when you start enjoying your career, you stop getting those kind of roles and stuff like that. But the way the content situation is right now, the way the platforms that are there, there's just so much more that is it's just booming. And so we are getting a second chance as actors, and for me, second chance in life. So I thought that with all these second chances that I'm getting, which are not very easy to get, so I'm very lucky that I've got these chances. I said that if I've got them, how am I going to make good on it? And for that, I definitely did not want to do exactly what I had done earlier because I was done with that. I had outgrown that. I had moved on from there. I was a different person even before my illness. And after my illness, so definitely I was a different person. So I definitely wanted to play my age. I wanted it to be like, a relevant story. I wanted the character to have a strong voice, which I think a lot of times I have not really played in 90s, having that strong voice. And so I really wanted that strong voice. And I think this character, this story gave me that. So it was just like when it came to me, I just kind of grabbed it.
जैसे अगर हम आपके किरदार की बात करें,
जी
आई थिंक किसी भी किरदार में अगर शेड्स होते हैं और अगर अगर लेयर्स होती हैं तो वो बहुत दिलचस्प होता है, जो उनकी जो पर्सनल लाइफ है
जी
और जो उनका जो प्रोफेशनल लाइफ है, और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में भी द वे शी हैज़ टू ऑसिलेट between what the management wants and what her conscience and people who look up to her they want. तो इस तरीके के जब आप किरदार निभाती हैं which has layers to it and multiple sides to it, because there are some people who can be judging her in terms of that maybe she has sold out, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. You can't predict her. This character can't be predicted. She can pull up a surprise.
Yeah, but I think for me, it was definitely a way that it could be done, and there was certain kind of predictability in where Amina was concerned, only because I felt like I had lived that character. From where she was born to what she'd been through. So somewhere I felt I had become, I could live that character. But having said that, what you say about the layers is so true, because here is this woman who is so powerful, so on top of her work game, yet is standing at a spot where she has to make choices, and she doesn't know if that this choice that she makes is going to make her or break her. And if you look at her personal life, it is so messed up. I mean, if you, I don't know if you've seen it, but Amina is always with her glass of whiskey. And, so what is her life? I mean, this is what it is. She's always looking forward to that drink. And it's loneliness. She's having an affair with a married man. And she knows it's not true. So it's so sad, her personal life. She has no personal life. It's only a professional life. So it's not balanced. So getting those layers in, that frustration, that vulnerability, it was fascinating, because I thought that's what made her human, because nobody is perfect. And that, I think, is the beauty of Broken News, because be it Radha, be it Dipankar, be it Amina, be it Pankaj, be it Kamal, everybody has their own, they're human beings, they're flawed. And that's the beauty of those characters.
Ends on a very apparent sequel note as well.
Yes.
So are there plans of...
Yes, definitely.
Right.
There are. So far as I know, there are. And I know that something is being written, so let's see where it will. It will take a little bit of time, because this first season was an adaptation of Press, but Press never had a second season. So the Broken News was an adaptation of Press season 1. But Broken News hopefully will have a season 2, and which will be completely our own.
Right. So I think even Godfather, for example, Godfather is having multiple parts, but I think Godfather the novel
Had the parts.
No, Godfather novel did not have parts.
No, that they don't. They just, the way it went as a, it started from somewhere and went somewhere, and
right. Godfather novel ends, and that's where Godfather 1 ends.
Yeah.
And then Godfather 2 and all those things.
After that was something else that Mario had written, which felt like a sequel, but was not really a sequel to it. But yeah, you're right about that. It went into parts. I think it was a very thick novel, and there was so much happening in it.
Yeah. And there's so much in the novel which I think was not replicated in the
That's the beauty
film.
of books.
Yeah. There's so much more. यहाँ पर अगर हम Broken News की बात करें तो यहाँ पर आप you're playing, I think, a very interesting character.
Where I hope that people read everything that is written and all of that. But yeah,
right.
I think that was in the 90s, that maybe was my way of coping with the things. And so sometimes, अगर कोई चीज़ बहुत disturb करती है, तो you start blocking it off. So I think that was just my way of coping with stardom and being written about so much, and people talking about you, because I was not used to that. And ना मैं उस फैमिली से आती हूँ जहाँ पे दिस वाज सच एन एलियन वर्ल्ड टू मी. So I think that for me was more like a coping mechanism. So I just didn't read so many things about myself, and I think that just kept me more grounded also, because I went back to a home jahan pe, my parents would say that, whatever that is, keep it outside the door.
Right.
I had to make my own bed, pick up my own plate and do what I needed to do myself. There was nobody going to be doing that for me.
Right.
So I think it helped me compartmentalize. Hi, this is Sonali Bendre and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.